October 1929. The world's financial heart seemed unstoppable, until it wasn't. The American stock market, a symbol of wealth, dreams, and prosperity, collapsed almost overnight. Known as the Wall Street crash, it erased billions of dollars, ruined countless lives, and marked the beginning of the Great Depression, a decade of suffering that touched millions across the globe. The 1920s were a decade of excitement, prosperity, and cultural transformation. Jazz filled the air, cities grew, and new technologies like cars and radios changed everyday life. The stock market mirrored this optimism. Ordinary Americans, not just the wealthy elite, were investing in shares, often borrowing money to buy more. Stocks kept rising, fueling the belief that the good times would never end. But behind the dazzling numbers was a fragile bubble, built on speculation, overconfidence, and risky loans. Even as prices soared, some experts warned that the market was unstable. Banks and investors were overextended, and too much money was chasing too few real assets. Yet the optimism of the era blinded people to the danger. Many thought the market was a guaranteed path to wealth. Behind closed doors, brokers and bankers were nervous, but publicly, confidence remained high. This illusion of endless prosperity set the stage for disaster. The tipping point came on October 24, 1929, Black Thursday. Panic spread as investors rushed to sell shares. Stock prices plummeted. Wall Street brokers tried to hold the line, but the wave of fear was unstoppable. 5 days later, on October 29, Black Tuesday, the market collapsed entirely. Billions of dollars vanished in hours. Banks failed. Businesses went bankrupt, and ordinary Americans, who had invested their life savings, were left in financial ruin. People who had believed in the promise of endless wealth found themselves homeless, hungry, and desperate. The Wall Street crash was not just a financial event, it was a human tragedy. Unemployment soared, reaching unprecedented levels. Breadlines stretched across cities, and Hoovervilles, makeshift shantytowns, appeared in towns and suburbs. Families who once enjoyed comfort were forced to live in fear and uncertainty. The psychological toll was immense. Millions lost hope, questioning the security of work, savings, and the future. The crash didn't remain confined to the United States. Countries dependent on American loans and trade were affected, leading to a worldwide economic slowdown. Germany, already struggling after World War I, and many European nations faced financial crises, deepening global instability. The ripple effects of Wall Street showed the interconnectedness of modern economies, and the devastating consequences when that system fails. The aftermath forced governments to rethink financial regulation and economic policy. In the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal introduced banking reforms, social safety nets, and public works programs to restore stability. The crash became a powerful lesson. Unchecked speculation, overconfidence, and weak regulation can devastate entire societies. Today, it serves as a warning and a reminder of the importance of economic oversight. The Wall Street crash of 1929 didn't just end a decade of prosperity, it reshaped the world. Millions of lives were affected, economies collapsed, and trust in financial institutions was shattered. Yet from this devastation, lessons emerged, policies were changed, and the world slowly rebuilt. The crash remains a stark reminder. Prosperity can vanish in a heartbeat, and vigilance is the price of security.